Thank you so much. So wonderful to hear from Yike as well. I remember last year, the first couple of times he did interviews, he was like a little bit apprehensive, and now he's a natural. We love to see it. But we have Caps here as well. Congrats. 2-0 so far. I got to ask you, because we hear about this mid-game and how bad it was, you think, last year. So do you share the sentiment, and do you also feel like you're making good improvements, at least in practice, in that regard?
I mean, definitely think like not just us, but like a lot of the European teams are struggling when it comes to like a lot of the especially like the Drake setups and just like the overall mid-game macro. And we've been kind of just falling further and further behind the last few years. And I guess now we're trying to reverse the process, right? And it starts with our week 1 here, and we have already learned a decent amount, but it's all about keeping it up, right? And not getting, I guess, complacent, or so to say. Because even I think last summer, we also learned quite a lot from MSI, but then that was all we learned, and we kind of stopped improving as much. And then we came to Worlds, and suddenly there were a bunch of new things that we had to pick up. So I think that's something to do.
Trymbi, do you agree that the mid-game, in general in Europe, maybe we've fallen behind? You, of course, experienced it also at those international events.
I mean, for sure, when you go to Worlds, for instance, I didn't yet get to go to MSI, but from Worlds at least experience, it feels like when you play those mid-game games, the game just goes away. It's not on your hands anymore, and it is for sure frustrating, because that's kind of part of why as well it's so hard to improve when you just see, right, that they're so much better. And as Cap says, it comes down to daily practice and how you perceive stuff and how you try to learn from all of it. And that's something that is really nice to see, right? That at least we can see that G2 players are saying that Duffman helps with it. And yeah, it will be nice to see in the next games how it improves from week to week.
Yeah, even here the mid game was dicey, Yike said, but you wanted to highlight Yike, of course, with his Viego.
Yeah, I'm not surprised to seeing him get play of the game. Not surprised that Viego is one of his favorite champions. He's clearly played it a lot, because if we are to look at this fight early in the game, I would actually like to hear from you, Caps. Do you remember anything about what the communication was like in this moment? Because it looked really chaotic from an outside point of view.
I mean, definitely, because I think we didn't see Vi, so I was giving respect to like her being around mid. So we knew that if we went for the bot play, we would have to be very fast, because otherwise Vi and Nico would collapse on us. But everyone felt comfortable that it was like a winning play, especially after they got the one shot on Lucian and Vero got the reset. And then it did end up looking quite scary in the end. But I think even if they trade somewhat even, it will be favorable, and because I think I got 2 plays in the meantime. So if they feel confident that they can get an even trade, it's alright.
Okay, let's immediately also take a look at the Baron base race situation we saw. Is this part of why Yike was saying it was dicey? Why do you think the game went away from you?
I mean, it was definitely an interesting game to play. I think they had a very, very hard engage with Devi and Malphite, and we were kind of struggling to both play the fights, but even side lane was also not easy against it. But I think that right here, I think Malphite all just got burned, and we were looking to go threaten the base, but then sadly they found the engage right before, and that's kind of where it comes from with the Malphite and Devi especially being very, very hard engage, right? And then we just tried to do as much damage as we could. We got the 1 turret, but sadly, they managed to base in time for the the base itself.
Yeah, it was a bit sad at the end. I thought we were gonna get a super big fight, but then Broken Blade was just hitting the Nexus by himself at the end. So yeah.
I got the last hit.
Oh, you did? Okay. Nice.
How do you feel playing the LeBlanc? Because obviously it's a very different style than playing a traditional mid lane champion. Do you enjoy it? Are you comfortable on it?
I mean, definitely a lot of fun to play the AD LeBlanc. I wanted to play it already last summer, but then there was never really the opportunity for it. And I think with this AD build, you're just a very big menace on the side lane. Even a Malphite who usually a LeBlanc can never even do damage to. So as soon as I start hitting him, he just has to ult away because there's just no escape. So definitely a lot of fun to play. And hoping we can get it tomorrow.
Yeah, indeed. I do want to play a little game that you talked about builds before, but we played it on Ready Check yesterday. It's called Spot the Imposter. So you're basically going to get an item and the build path, and something is wrong, and you have to tell us what's wrong. I think it's coming very, very soon. Finn was extremely good at this, crazy good. Okay, it's behind you.
So this is the magic pen item. So
What's it called?
like the item?
Yeah.
I think it's bloom. Something bloom.
Okay, well, technically, you only have to find the mistake.
And the mistake is the. Wait, which one of it is it? It's the.
Do you know it, Trymbi?
I mean, I
Because I'm
know.
a bit
this
lost.
Is the magic
it's the magic pen
and
one.
the one that heals,
The
right?
jewel, like the
Uh-huh.
jewel.
So it needs the jewel on
You're
the,
looking
on
at me
the
like
left.
I
And
know,
I think
but
I think the jewel. Wait, actually,
I
it gives
think it's on
ability
the-
haste. It gives ability haste for sure.
Yeah, so it's
so
on the
it's
left
the left.
side,
It's the
yeah.
left one. It's the left one.
okay,
So
you're
instead-
correct.
yeah,
There you
okay.
go.
Yeah.
Crypto bloom.
Oh yeah, grip.
Crypt bloom. Sorry. Crypto. We don't do that anymore. Yeah, correct. So, do you like this game? We can make more of these. It's fun.
I think it's fun. I
It's
mean,
like those cheat cards when you're studying for an exam, you know?
Yeah, pretty much.
actually
Yeah.
true.
In general, though, Caps, how have you found the mid lane now in the new season?
I mean, I like it. I think at least so far. I think it's a lot hard to gank, so that's nice. The bushes are like further away, and there's like the one wall where you're like pretty safe. So I think it's been pretty nice so far. I think the items are also pretty nice.
For
Some
you,
of them.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah, some of them. I think. Yeah. I like
That's
it.
good. Okay, we're heading into Fnatic versus Vitality. Trymbi, what's your prediction?
I actually have one more question. Are
Oh,
you gonna
I
play
don't know if we
Hwei
have time.
maybe? Like, you know, any Hwei games maybe? How do you feel?
I mean, he just got hotfixed. I don't think it's coming until
Oh,
next week.
Actually true.
So probably next week we'll see some way.
Okay, nice,
Yikes.
nice.
Okay, cool. And what's your prediction?
I mean, Fnatic will take it, I feel like, yeah.
Okay, that's the consensus, it seems like. Let's head over to our casters for Fnatic versus Vitality.
Oh, guys. Wait, are we allowed to have a window open in our room?
No, you're not.
Why not?
No way!